Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are on a little series that we're doing based on the messages that Ann Tucker has gotten from her angels and a guide that she calls the Mother of Creation. Okay, which I will do a separate video on, like the Mother of Creation, because I'm curious about that. So we're on episode 5. Basically, you can certainly listen to this. Could be enough information for you rather than going back, but you can also go back to 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So today we are going to jump right into questions. I've got 31 questions that came from your comments in episodes 1 and 2. Okay. So these are things you're noticing, questioning, and trying to make sense of. So I'm just going to ask directly. Okay. A lot of us are feeling like there's something bigger going on, but it's hard to explain exactly what it is. All right. And we've been trying to process that based on these messages. Some of us call it the system. Some have said the underbelly. That's kind of what I was calling it. And I think in episode 1 or 2. Some say global control, but it's the same feeling that there's more going on than what we're being shown. This is what the questions today are related towards. Okay. There's also a lot of confusion about leadership, timelines, predictions, and what's real versus what might be interpretation. So instead of trying to figure it out for ourselves, we're going to ask the questions that you guys have. Okay. I think that's probably the best. So the questions that fall under are kind of the system, overall, the system in the world, like what's really going on? What's the underbelly? Like, what is this thing? How it operates, leaders in control, purpose of disruption, which might be, it's something that we talked about earlier in the series, global structure changes, events and timelines, and then tomorrow, I will have a video that asks your questions about the financial stuff. Okay, what's fear, what's real, all that kind of stuff with the financials. Free will versus control, our role in this, what to do, bigger picture, all that kind of stuff when it comes to the financial part of it. Okay. All right, so let me say our prayer and we'll get answering the questions. Again, these came from all the comments. Appreciate it so much. I will then, if there's enough questions from the last 2 episodes, 3 and 4, I will do more of these. And then if there's more questions in this episode, I'll pull them and we'll do more. So and it depends on how much you guys keep watching these, because I'm not going to keep doing them if sometimes in a series things, the viewership starts to drop. So keep watching and giving me a thumbs up if you want me to keep talking about this particular series. So, okay, I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, lead team. As always, thank you so much for your guidance and support of our community. So we've got questions for you. We're all feeling a little uncertain about what's going on, which seems to be the theme lately over the last couple of years. Yes. So let me just real quick do the law of challenge. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. Okay, just making sure there's no trickster energy, particularly around this topic. I just want to be really careful. They tell me I don't have to ask as often as I do. I do it privately, but like every couple of days. Or if you feel like something's off is when you kind of want to do that. One last thing. Can you confirm, are you pulling on any of my energy or my biases to respond to these questions? No. Okay, very good. Okay, lead team, the community has questions in front of me. Anything Anything that we're asking that's not in our highest and best? No? Okay. All right, question number 1. Is there a coordinated and allegedly in entertainment purposes only? I got to say that right up front. I might have to talk in code a little bit. We'll see. Is there a coordinated global system operating beyond elected governments? Yes. Okay. Is this system influencing both political parties in the United States rather than just one side? Yes. Is this system influencing both parties in all other countries rather than just one side? Yes. Okay. Is the whole political system set up by this global system operating underneath or behind? Yes. Is this system primarily driven by power and control rather than ideology? Yes. Is the system the banking system? Yes. Does it have anything to do with that family that starts with an R, an R? Yes. Okay. So you can figure out what that is. Don't put it in the comments either, you guys. You're just gonna have to figure out what it is. We just don't want to attract any, you know what I mean? Okay. Are national governments limited in their ability to act independently of this system? Yes. Do they act on certain things to keep us sort of appeased? Yes. Okay. Is the underbelly described by viewers a real structured network rather than a loose concept? Yes. Okay, this is where I have to show you my picture. This is not an original thought or a picture, but I created this on AI because I just thought, I was like, I just want to show an image of what I think this looks like. It's not an original, you know what I mean? Like other people have done. And in fact, when I got done, AI said to me, oh yeah, that's kind of a common thing that people think. And I thought, oh, well, that's interesting. All right, I got to find it. Okay, so basically, it's not, like I said, an original. I don't know if you'll be able to see this that well, but basically it's a stage. You got this audience that's basically asleep. I've got a few people on the other side are asleep. You've got this control room underneath that's got strings, right? And then I called it the performance, and that's a big bank right there. And you got a faceless politician with a whole bunch of people behind him, and the world, because it's global, and then all these people on this side, although some of the blue shirts ended up on the red side. But and it's basically, that's the performance. And they're down here just like controlling all of this, They're keeping us all divided. They're keeping us, distracted because they're doing these things behind the scenes with the money and all that kind of stuff. So, but this is where we're trying to get rid of this on Earth, so the golden future. We can get to the golden future, right? Is that true? We have to break down this whole system, like that control room. Is my image correct? Yes. Okay. Really wide swing. And so do we have to break that control room is breaking down basically? Yes. And it's causing havoc. I mean, it's just causing havoc. So, okay. All right. How it operates. Does this system operate globally rather than being isolated in one country? Yes. Are financial systems a primary tool used by this structure to maintain control? Yes. Are media and information channels influenced by this system to shape perception? Yes. All media and information? Yes. Independent journalists? No. Okay. But remember, that's their perception still, Are some institutions knowingly participating in this system's goals? Yes. Did the e-files have anything to do with this level, maintaining this level of control? Yes. It's all related. It's all related, which is, now we're starting to see it. It's like, holy shit, man, this whole thing is related. They're like, yes. Are others participating without fully understanding the system they serve? Yes, just like we've all been serving that system. We've all been doing it. Either by, just the way we've been spending money, the way we've been not saving money, by sometimes we don't have any choice by that, or we do, and we just make decisions that are not in our best interest. We live bigger, we buy brand new cars, we buy, all that kind of stuff. So, we've all been kind of participating in it because they give out loans, and then there's 0% loans. I mean, you can go buy furniture for the next 36 months, 0% interest. It's like, no, save the money first, which I know is hard to do now, but we have to be thinking about this going forward. Save the money first for the furniture, then go buy it. But that's how they get you. That's how they get you, So, and sometimes people haven't had a choice, so I get it. But maybe then, it's so hard to know. Everybody's situation is so different. But all I have noticed, have you guys noticed if you've gone to any like Goodwill or any kind of thrift store? Oh my gosh. First of all, people are not donating. And second of all, the shelves are, there's a lot of people shopping in there. So that's a really interesting sign, like way more than I've ever seen in a long time, actually. Okay, lead team. Now we're on leaders and control. Do individuals in leadership positions have less control than the public assumes? That is such a good question. Yes. This is what we've been talking about. It's like, not that some of them some of them are big jerks. We'll just leave it at that. But it's still assuming they have more control than they do. Some of them are not big jerks and some of them are big jerks. And we can tell the difference between who they are, right? Even if you like their political stance, you can still say, well, this person's a big jerk. I can just see it, right? I'm not using names anymore. Okay, so you just, you can make any assumptions. I'm just saying there are some that are, and then there are some that are not big jerks. But do all leadership positions have an equal amount of, are there some leadership positions that have more control than others with regards to this underbelly? No. Even like the presidents or the prime ministers, do they have any more? No. Okay. Do leaders enter positions with different intentions than what they later act on? Yes. Is that because they come to discover that things are not the way they thought? Yes. Are some leaders knowingly participating in larger agendas beyond public view? Yes. For their own benefit, for their own personal benefit? Yes. Did they have that intention going in? No. But then do they feel like their hands are tied? Yes. And then since their hands are tied, do they figure, well, I might as well benefit personally? Yes. Do a lot of the politicians around the world do that and feel that way? Yes. So they don't start off in being corrupted? No. Okay. It's that whole, operation underneath the control room. It's the control room. We'll call it the control room from now on. And did you see I don't know if you could see it, but they had little strings, and then all the people on stage had strings. Oh, the world's getting on. They're getting on to us. We need to create some kind of false flag, so they put their direction, so they stop talking about that and go over here. You know what I mean? It's this whole control room with those little stinkers, bunch of little stinkers. Yes, and this is because this one particular family, yes, has been around for a long time and wings have branched out. Yes, But are there more families involved as well, like generational families? Yes. Are there more than 10 long generation families involved in this? No. Are there more than 5? No. Are there less than 5 generational families involved in this? Wow. Yes. Okay. Wow. It's crazy. Now we can see why we need a new system, though, right? And it's just going to be a little painful in the meantime, but we'll take care of each other. We'll take care of each other. All right. Are others unaware of the full system when they enter leadership roles? Yes. Are all in leadership roles aware of the full system? No. Okay. So do they eventually become aware of the full system? No. Okay, that's interesting. So they've just got the strings attached like the rest of us being controlled. Okay. Yeah. Is it accurate that no single leader can fully dismantle these systems alone? Yes. Are these systems going to, is this, of what we've been talking about, what Anne and Mother Creation and her angels have been kind of forewarning us about, is that because this operation, this control room, is failing? Yes. And they can only, the propping up of what they've been doing and taking all the money and all that is collapsing. Yes. So what's really collapsing is the control room. Yes. Is humanity collapsing? No. But the control room is collapsing. Okay, I really like thinking of it that way. Yes. And there's just going to be, because the control room is collapsing, they're panicking, and there's going to be some repercussions in the short term. Yes. Okay. Okay, does that help? That helps me to kind of think of it that way. All right, purpose of disruption. Questions from you guys. Is the current global disruption happening as a part of a larger restructuring process? Yes. So basically the control room collapsing, or I don't even think the control room is in a disruption. I think the world is going to be a disruption. We're going to feel a disruption. I love that language. It's just going to be disrupted for a little while. The control room is collapsing. The world is going to feel a disruption because of it. And it's part of a larger restructuring process. They're saying yes, yes, yes. Okay. Is the breakdown of systems necessary for new systems to emerge? Yes. Great. Is the chaos, I say great because it just, it gives you something to go, okay, we can do this. Is the chaos people are experiencing serving a long-term constructive purpose? Yes. Yes. See, always rely on your guys' questions, and it's just so much better. Is humanity currently in a transition between two different types of systems? Yes. And the old system is hanging on for dear life, the control room? Yes. Is the idea of collapse, in quotes, more accurately a transformation than a destruction? Okay, yes, love it. That is a bit of a challenge with the language that's used in here. And that's maybe, we're not going to diss it, maybe the Mother of Creation felt like, you know what, you guys really need to hear this. And this is the only way you're going to hear it is by me using this language. I'm going to ask. You know what I mean? But we don't have to continue with that language. So is that true? Yes, really wide swing. Okay. So I think we're going to use transformation. We're feeling some disruptions right now, restructuring. I do like the control room collapsing. That doesn't bother me at all. I think it's time. Yes. So they're saying yes. Okay. Let me know what you think about that, you guys. Okay. Is the United States at risk of structural division or fragmentation? Yes. Is that part of the long-term restructure that's best for the world? Yes. So is it really a risk? No. Could states operate more independently in the future than they do now? Yes. Okay. Is a shift away from a single centralized national structure possible? Yes, it is. Is this transformation part of a broader global restructuring, not just the US? Yes. So rather than the smaller countries like say in Europe, they might not function as individual centralized countries. Yes. So they will combine. Some of them will be combining. Yes. Okay. Will other countries experience similar structural changes? Yes. I've already heard, and I just heard Clive in the last episode. I told you guys about Clive Thompson, that he's somebody I listen to just to get some kind of world view on the finances and in the economy and stuff like that. And he already started talking about like the UK is already starting to roll out this digital coin, the like what are in the US is calling stable coin. So he said they're already like flowing it out, and I haven't seen anything about that. I haven't been paying attention. So if you're in the UK, is that true, or maybe you haven't seen it yet? I don't know, but he said they're further ahead than even the United States. So okay, last set of questions. Is there a significant global disruption event, a significant global disruption event ahead that has not yet occurred? Yes. Is the 3 days of darkness meant to be taken as a literal physical event? No. We did a couple sessions on the 3 days of darkness, you guys, and I'd have to go back and listen to them myself, but we can do it again. They're like, yes, you can do it again. But you can go back and listen to that if you want to. All right. Has anything changed from that video that we did together, lead team, on the 3 days of darkness? Yes, it has. Oh, okay. You guys let me know if you want to do a 3 days of darkness. We can ask additional questions, or it's the same ones. What, timelines shift, right? Is this global disruptive event have to do with finances? Yes. Okay. Is it kind of like a transition from it's a transition from currency, like fiat, to digital? Yes. Okay. So the 3 days of darkness, there are spiritual folks who are talking about the 3 days of darkness. Yes. So are they accurate the way that they're describing it? Yes and no. Okay. Well, ask your questions, you guys, if you want, and we can dive in. You can ask it in this video. Could it instead, the 3 days of darkness, represent a symbolic or informational blackout? Yes. Yes. They did mention a little bit later in the book, and we can keep asking these questions if you want me to. You just got to tell me, and you got to be watching these videos. Again, if the viewership goes down, then I know people aren't interested. But they did mention an epidemic again, so so we'll see about that. We'll ask that in another video. Are timelines for major events still flexible rather than fixed? Yes. Yes. But will these major events that we've been discussing still unfold regardless of the timeline? Yes. Okay. Are they necessary for us to get to the reconstruction of the new earth for humanity? Yes. Okay. It's because with it's that control room, you guys. That control room's got to go. It's got to go. All right. Is the idea of soon different from human time frames? Yes. But the messages from Mother of Creation and the angels were like over the last 5 years. So is soon closer than it was when she was writing, when she was channeling? Yes. Okay. Does astrology help to determine soon? Yes. Okay. See, that's why astrology is helpful. It's totally helpful. All right. One light question Mabel thought she'd pull together for me. Let's see if it's a light one. Are we trying to figure this out faster than we're meant to understand it? No. Maybe one of you guys asked that, but I don't know if that came from one of you guys, but no. Okay. So are we at a point where it is time to understand it in terms of just preparing? Yes. Okay. Okay. Entertainment purposes only and allegedly. All right, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. We are finishing up with more of your questions. I'm going to then go back through a few more of these, as long as you guys keep watching this and giving me thumbs up. If you give me thumbs up, leave comments, it helps the thing to get moving, okay? As long as you guys keep watching and are interested, and the longer you watch, obviously it helps the videos too. So, which is fine. If you're not interested in this anymore, that's fine. But I do have more passages to go over, and then more of your questions, which are proving to be amazing. So join me tomorrow night when we are going over your questions about financial fear, what's real versus fear, free will versus control, your role in this. So our individual roles in this, and what to do, most important section, and then the bigger picture. Okay, so we're going to talk about those tomorrow night. Okay, I will see you. I hope this is helpful. Take care. Bye-bye.